So, unless you've been living under a rock for the last few hours, you are probably aware of the death of Jose. Now, look, there's a load of speculation going around. You can see it in the comments. You can see some of the underhanded remarks that are being made by some creators that are they've jumped to this huge conclusion that Jose potentially took his own life and it was due to the fact that he was being bullied on YouTube. Well, first of all, what we'll say is, look, from what we can gather, Jose's life was actually in a very, very positive place. At the time that he was sadly reported death, I've been led to believe that he had connected with family. There was children within the family that he had begun to have relationships with and was incredibly pleased about them interactions. He had got himself a job, and as far as I'm aware, he did not live under a bridge or anything like that. So his life was in a good place. But look, people are going to say, aren't they? They're going to say that Jose came onto the platform and he was bullied and this is what happened. And this is what I'm going to say to that. Fuck off. Listen, when you come onto this platform, you open yourself up to specific things to happen if you put yourself on the chopping block, so to speak. You'll know, if you've been around this channel over the last few days, I've been subjected to what some would determine as bullying, perhaps. It's only because I'm thick-skinned, and some of it I found amusing, especially the video that kind of showed me and Benny Keys kind of grappling one another in scenes of the Titanic and stuff like that. But, you know, some people could take that to heart. I was contacted by multiple people during my time under the spotlight, and these were people who had genuinely felt that they were being bullied and vilified by other people on the platform. It's part and parcel of being on here. So if people want to point the fingers and they want to blame, and look, again, this is based on pure speculation that Jose took his own life and then people are putting it down to bullying. Look, Jose came onto the platform after being chased around and searched for and hunted down by other channels. Those channels then placed him front and centre and made a big song and dance about it with a huge spotlight on him, and did that for no other reason than to grow their channel. They went as far as to say at the end of that nobody else can use this footage for a certain amount of time, and anybody that does, I will strike you down. Almost like that scene in Pulp Fiction. You'll know what I'm saying if you're cool and you know what Pulp Fiction is. But look, this is what their responsibility was, and that is to say, look, we want you to come onto the platform, but you must be aware that if you come onto the platform, the chances are, as much as there's going to be these people who love the fact that you're on there, there's going to be some people who are likely to hate you. I know that he was primed, he was shown specific videos, but I'd like to know whether he was warned that there was information floating around that could have been re-upped, if you like, and it could come to light. Was he warned about the dangers of coming on there? And he didn't even stop. So you could say, well, he went on and it was all the stuff that happened around the first interview that he did. But look, he went away and he came back and he went on to another channel and did it all again. That rinse and repeat. So look, I'm not going to say that this happened because of bullying on YouTube. I ain't buying it. And anybody who thinks that that's the case, then take a real hard look at the entire situation. Step back, look in, and think, look, is that really what happened? A guy who allowed himself to be brought onto the platform, a guy who came on and had the stories that he had to tell and the embellishments he had to do, and then to go away and then come back and go on another channel and do it all again. You're telling me that this guy then felt so bullied that he took his own life? I'm just not buying it. And we may find out that that's not what happened. It could have been a complete accident, could have been natural cause, it could have been a load of other things, and people are just jumping the gun. But I don't think that that's what the vast majority of people think. I think the vast majority of people think that, no, this is it. He came on here, he tried to do a good thing, and YouTube cut him down. And like I say, I just ain't buying it. Just ain't buying it. And for all of those people who are buying it, and they are the people who are buying into that, and they are themselves saying it, take a long, hard look at yourself. Have you ever been involved in being so wrapped up in the channels that you subscribe to and that you support, and gone after somebody else because of it? Because you can't accuse someone or people or a group of people of being bullies unless you yourself 100% have remained completely away from making those snidey remarks, the snidey comments, the digs, the things that you do in response to what your creator does. But let's see how this all pans out when the dust settles. But like I say, if we want to go down that route and it turns out that this is indeed what happened and this guy did take his own life, then maybe the people who bring these people onto their channels, they need to be the ones that are put under the spotlight. They need to be the ones that are addressed and asked whether when they brought that person on, did they treat that person with the respect that they needed to be shown? Were they given every single warning that they could have done? You know, did you prime that person for your benefit and to make sure you didn't scare them off? Or did you prime them for their benefit and make sure, 100% sure, that they knew what was coming and you knew that they could handle it? Because if not, then who really is to blame? Let me know.